Oh, hello.
Hello. How are you doing?
Hey, good. How are you, man?
Good, good, good.
Nice finally meeting you, man. That's
Yeah.
that's awesome.
No, that's good. That's good. How are you? How's
Good to
everything?
good, man. It's been busy around, but it's good.
Yeah, no, that's good. The weather's getting better. That's what I like.
Yeah, yeah. That's definitely
Are you
something,
in
the
Dallas?
past few days have been
Are you in
stormy.
Dallas?
Yeah, in the Fort Worth area.
Or yeah, yeah. That's what I thought. Austin's
Yes, sir.
getting like the weather is finally like sun out.
Settling. Yeah, I know. It's been crazy. The past few days have been stormy and uh we got like a whole bunch of thunderstorms and stuff like that. So
Huh.
uh but yeah, it's getting better.
Interesting. How can I help you, man?
So I have a few questions regarding the business, just because I know you've been able to help other shops like PDR shops around the Austin area. I think you did one or two as far as I'm concerned. Um I know you were helping them mostly on the sales side of it,
Yeah.
but I was wondering more about the business side of it. I have a few points that I wanted to touch on. And
Okay. Gotcha.
basically, because I know you have an outside perspective in this industry.
Yeah.
This is what I'm trying to look for. I've been reading different type of books to where we can, or in this case, our company can disrupt the industry in a certain way because everybody's the same. Everybody's offering, waiving your deductible. Everyone is offering a loaner. Everyone is offering, pick up your vehicle at your house and bringing it to the shop, all of that. So I'm trying to find something that can differentiate us from anyone else.
Yeah.
That's like the main concern. I wanted to see if we can, I don't know if brainstorm, but to try to find something, at least a hint that I can start maybe, digging
Yeah.
and find something that I can do.
Yeah, no, that's good. I mean, I think in every industry there's people doing things that have been going on for years, right? But the
Yeah,
question really is, are they doing it successfully?
correct.
Because you can do something, but are you doing it successfully enough? There's two reasons why businesses go out of business. They don't sell their products quick enough to be able to stay in business, or they don't sell it in quantity enough to be able to stay in business. So
Correct.
knowing those principles, everything's attached to sales. So it's like, my question for you would be, do you have a sales team right now?
I do. Yeah, we are including myself, we're four,
Four.
which, between and I have a my top guy, he's the one, bringing the bulk, and myself, the thing is that me running the shop and at the same time, and this is going to lead to my next question, which we
Yeah,
can touch on in a second, is, me being at the shop and running the shop, is not allowing me to develop my leaders, the ones that are going to be, running the sales team, because I am running it right now, but I feel like I'm not giving it 100% of my attention to it just because I have a lot of stuff going on at the shop. So I have to be like, split in
yeah.
half to run both of them.
Well,
But again,
on that, before you
yeah,
move to that point, on that, I was just schedule a time. And in the time that you're scheduling for sales, it's only sales and it's only a sales team. They don't need a lot of time. They need quality of time. So if you schedule an hour on this works. I've done it. If you schedule an hour on Mondays and 15 minutes with your core group, like your best guy, your best two guys, like the alpha guys, 15 minutes with them before everybody comes in, 1 hour just pitching or whatever sales training you got in place. 1 hour undivided attention. Like you can tell all the mechanic shops to all the guys that do the manual work to not even call you at that time. They will have
yeah,
to wait till the sales meeting's over. When the sales meeting's over, you can go straight to the shop. Doesn't you,
yeah,
I wouldn't even recommend to have meetings more than an hour. Meetings more than an hour, people space out, especially salespeople. I have a lot in their mind. So I would
Yeah,
say Monday, 1 hour, 15 minutes before the other people walk in, you're alpha, and then 1 hour straight. And then on Friday, same thing, 15 minutes, 1 hour. And then with every
Perfect.
single of your sales guy, don't matter if it's a leader or just a new starts, you gotta have a one-on-one, a 15-minute call every week. Every week. Just to see where their head's at. Hey, how you doing? Is there anything going on right now that is there anything that we're doing right now that you think we could do better? It's relationship driven. And at the same time, you create an open door policy in which they bring things to you and they're like, hey, I think this would be a great idea. When was the last time you heard that? I think this would be a great idea.
Yeah.
When was the,
I mean, I try to stay in touch, but probably in a month, about a month or so.
there you go. It should be every week.
Yeah.
It should be every week. But spending a lot of time with them is not the same as spending consistently quality time with them. You don't have to spend a lot of time with them. As long as you schedule
Yep.
15 minutes for each one of them, they're always going to remember that.
Correct.
People will forget what you say, but they will never forget how you made them feel. And what you want to create in an environment of that is trust, open door policy, and like anybody can make suggestions to make the system work better. And then the other thing I would do if I were you, I would sit down with my best guy and I will put a pitch together that will work for everybody. Instead of everybody having their own sauce, do they all follow the same pitch or no?
Yeah, they have a guideline, but that's the thing. They do it to a way that they learn the script, but they sound like a robot.
Okay.
And sometimes I've been trying to like shift it to where everyone adds a little bit of like you said, their own sauce, but to sticking with the same script, which it has been working for some of them, but not for all of them.
Is it on the phone or is it in person, face to face?
No, like you're saying like the script itself.
The script, do you say it in person or do you have it on like you get the customer
No, it's face to face. It's door to door.
face to
We do
face?
door
Oh,
to
door
door.
to door. Okay, perfect. How long's your pitch?
Less than 10 minutes. Like if we answer all the questions, so the opening and the opening and the explanation, it's probably around 3 to 5 minutes, and
Yeah.
then with all of the questions, that FAQs and all of that, it probably adds up into like 10 minutes.
Okay. What's your LOA? So how many doors do I have to hit to talk to? This is what you got. Do you have that for them?
Yes, so it varies. The reason why is because we have and maybe you're gonna think it's different, but we have a high season and a low season, right? So during this time when we have storms and a lot of hail damage, out of 10 doors that we knock, 6 are gonna be converting to deals.
Yeah.
On the other hand, during December, January, or even November, out of 10 doors that we knock, probably 1 or 2 are the ones that are gonna answer or at least be somehow
Yeah,
like
open to it.
interested to what
At
we're
least
correct.
interested. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. So I mean, it's kind of like I don't know what to tell you right now, because yes, right now we knock on the door on 10 people and 6 of them are interested, and because there's so much competition, like other shops offering. So here's the thing: like other shops offer like $1,000 cash back, and it's like you're buying business at that point,
Yeah.
which is not what we're trying to do. We're trying to like keep our standard, but at the same time trying to look for something different. But
Okay. So
the
let me ask
top
you this.
sales guy.
What's your
Go ahead.
conversion from presentations to close? So if 6 people are interested, how many you actually close? 30%,
on
50%, 20%?
on the team overall.
Yeah. Overall, if you were to put it on a mixer,
I would probably say 60 to
60%.
65%.
Okay. So the number one thing that your team has to focus on is to give out a price. That's it.
Mhm.
I wouldn't even talk about, oh, you guys got to talk like this. No. Focus on getting to the price. Because when we do get to a price, we close at a 65% rate.
Mm.
Salespeople need direction and a little bit of support. I'm assuming your people have been with you more than a year, right?
The top sales guy, we worked together
Uh-huh.
for 2 years, and then he came on board with me, and it's been with me for a year and a half. Yeah.
There you go. So do you think that person really needs like support? Not really, because he knows what he's doing. So
Correct.
low support, like moderate support, but high direction. Like, hey, here's where we're going. Here's where we're going. Always remembering about the goal. And then the thing is that you gotta understand that everybody, he has more say on what's going on than you when it comes to sales. Cause
Correct.
he's the one that
Cool.
people look up to. Trust me, I got a
Correct.
guy that I'm like, when I go to the field, smoked, but I'm not
Yeah.
always in the field. So my guys pay more attention to him in some sort of way because he's actively
Yeah.
putting numbers since like 4 months. I just came in
Correct.
the last 3 days, popping 10 accounts a day. It's
Yeah.
so you gotta have direct communication to this guy. And it's like, hey, this is the narrative that we want the guys to go to, which is
Mhm.
if we break down the pitch and you systematically, like, let's say, how often do you have one of the low performers go out with him?
They only went with him
Shadow him for a
probably
day.
like once a month.
No, it's gotta be at least 3 days. If they don't
Yeah.
perform, let's say, if they don't perform, if they don't close, next day they're going together.
Yeah.
And then they go out together. Then the next day, after going out together for the whole day, he goes out with him for half day and then goes out by himself. The definition of his insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result.
Correct.
If you don't change the action, nothing's gonna change. So it's like, and then that also plays with their belief too, because they think it's a territory.
Mm.
Oh yeah, in that territory, there's no cars. How many times have you heard that bullshit?
Yeah.
Or oh, the homeowners don't want to do in that zip code. The area is bad. It's not bad. There's never a bum territory. There's only a bum in the territory.
Correct.
So then your top guy goes and closes, and it's like, okay, this is simple as long as I follow the pitch. The other thing that I will say, have them all print the pitch, and when they go train with them, have it in front of them and read it as
Hmm.
he's saying it.
Hmm.
It's different learning curve. I get people to sell from 3 days of training. I need people. I need people. I need people to be with me for 3 days to teach them how to sell this cleaning thing. Because when we go out, I pitch exactly how it is on the pitch, but I
Yeah.
don't sound like a bot. It's like, hey, how you doing? Name is Darwin. I'm here with DF Cleaning. You know, your tonality and everything is it's being on play right there.
Correct.
I saw my car pulling up.
No.
Yeah, yeah. But oh yeah, let me check here.
You're good.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I would say. Like, and then they go out, they close 3 accounts with him. Oh yeah, that was simple. He just followed this, and that. When I go out by myself tomorrow, half day, I'll do exactly that. So drive your meetings based on numbers, never on how people feel.
Correct.
So here's where we at. Here's our closing percentage. When we do get to a presentation, we regularly close at a 60% rate. So if you bring 10 interested, you're gonna close 6. So what we're gonna focus on is getting to a price. What are the objections you're getting before getting to a price? That is the problem. They're not overturning objections if they're not getting to a price. So there's 2 types of objections. Early objection is the one that you get before a price. Late objection is the one that you get after a price or after a quote, whatever it is, or after a request. If you're just asking for them to bring their car in for a free quote, it's still an objection after the request.
Correct.
So what are the early objections you get at the door?
There's no more than 13. We went over that
Not
last month.
interested.
And yeah,
Didn't
I'm
start.
not interested. Let me talk to my wife. My insurance is gonna go up. My deductible is too high. We have, people saying that they want to wait until storm season is over.
Okay. Okay. So you said all that, right? remember,
Yeah.
what I'm thinking is I gotta get to a price. I gotta get to a quote. I gotta quote this customer. I don't care about what. I'm gonna listen, but I understand that what he says is not a barrier. It's a question and a concern that hasn't been answered by any of the salesmen that have knocked on this door because they're amateurs at what they do, and I'm gonna be different.
Right.
See what I mean? So, okay, business card. Yeah, I'll totally leave you a business card. And I will also leave you a quick quote just to see if we're even a great fit. Like, I don't even know if we can work together. Maybe you have an insurance that won't even cover it. I won't say that, right? But that's what
Yeah.
I give myself a little space to go back into the pitch. So repeat what the customer is saying. I completely understand you want a business card. Relate. I will leave you a business card, and I will also leave you a quote just to see if we're even a great fit. And then you show a little bit of indifference, and then you resume back in the pitch, right where you left
Yeah.
off. And then people typically say, "Oh yeah, you can leave me that." And then once you go through the presentation, they're like, "Oh, actually, this is a great deal."
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Let's say the other
Yeah.
one. What was the other one you said? My insurance will go up. Yeah, I completely understand. You think that your insurance will. I understand how you feel. A lot of my customers felt the same exact way. They felt that their insurance was gonna go up. What they found out is that we were able to work directly with the insurance and we were able to cut a deal for you. Like I said, and then you go back into the pitch. Feel, felt,
Mhm.
found. I understand how you feel. A lot of my customers felt the same exact way. What they found out is that we were able to work directly with the insurance, which is true,
Mm.
right? You call them, set up everything, and we were able to cut them a good deal. Go back to the pitch.
Amazing.
You need
Yeah.
systems.
Yeah.
You guys need systems. That's it. Because people won't fall to people won't rise up to their goals. They will fall to the level of their systems.
Correct.
If they don't have systems to fall back on, they're gonna fall in their ass.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you do objection training, but 80% of sales happen after an objection.
Correct. What we focus on a lot is follow-ups, and maybe we can change that to, because yes, at the door they have objections and we overcome them, but not all the way. That's what they've been you know telling me. For example, the customer throws two objections. The first two, like, hey, I don't have time right now, or so and so. So they overcome that objection, and then they say, well, let me think about it. They overcome that objection, but then they don't close them. Like, they sell the product, but they don't close the customer. So it's like the close comes with the follow-up, maybe a second, third, maybe a fourth time, on a phone call or in a text, and they'll get closed.
Okay.
A lot of the sales guys gets frustrated because they're like, man, I didn't close anything today. Sometimes what I tell them is like, you didn't close anything yet, but maybe the people that you talk to today, they're gonna be coming to you in the next week or 2 or 3 weeks. You just got to stay on top of them, but at least don't leave the door without their information, phone number, an email, or something like that.
You gotta this type of sales that you do, you gotta show them that first you don't sell. First you grow a pipeline to be able to sell. Because if you don't have a
Correct.
pipeline, you're not selling to anybody. You gotta go
Correct.
find the leads, then nurture those leads, and then eventually close. But what I
There
would do if I were you, I'll be setting up appointments to the shop. That's my close.
Mhm.
Because once they're in
Yeah.
the shop, I'm there. I already talked to the insurance. I already got their notes, and they're coming in. That's when I will close.
Yeah.
They see the shop. They see that I'm legit. I'm not just a guy knocking on doors.
Yeah.
But that will be my kind of closing, and then obviously getting the email address, all that stuff, and setting up
Yeah.
a time and a day in which they can come into the shop and like actually. Do you do
And
that?
actually get it. Yeah, I mean, most, not all of them, but most of the clients, they don't really even, like, we have a video on YouTube, so we actually show them the shop, how it looks, how legit it is, the inside and out,
You
how
show
the
them in the
process works.
presentation.
Yeah, we have a presentation, and it's like, less than 5 minutes, and we just tell them like, hey, this is our shop, or whatever. We even send it to them, and
The
once
video
they
is less
see
than
that,
5 minutes.
less than 5 minutes, just to like enclose.
The video.
The video, yeah, it's a short
Okay, make it
video,
40 seconds. 40 seconds.
40.
Because remember, their impulse is right here. Every minute,
Yeah,
and they just want to close the door.
Yeah.
Make it 40 seconds. You have seen those reels on Instagram. They do a great job. In 15 seconds, they put it 200 images together. Make it something
Yeah.
catchy, 40 seconds. I used to sell a product like yours, which was Vivint, $6,000 cameras, and then I mean
Yeah.
$250,000 solar panels. Their video, it was 30 seconds. And some people
Yeah.
wouldn't even finish the video.
Yeah.
I wonder how it would be to sit down to see a 5-minute video. And you
Yeah.
can make that video out of the video you already have. Just cut it.
Yeah, just shorten it.
Exactly. Remember, the attention span of people is completely fucked, especially with TikTok and everything. Most people cannot pay attention to something more than 20 seconds, and then they start scrolling.
Yeah.
Don't matter
Okay,
if they're
perfect.
young or older, but just a tip. I don't know if it will work.
Yeah, no, and that's what we normally do. So how the system works is, you know, the vehicle gets held on. We go to the door, we present our solution, which is a service at no cost out of their pocket. We offer the loaner. We
Yeah.
do the repairs in less than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then we take it back to them and all of that. So, and the insurance, pays us. But in this case scenario, people, because there's so many, companies out there, they don't really care about whose company is going to do it. They just want it, fast
And done.
and cheap and cheap. Yeah, done basically. So, that's one of the
You do
things.
it
And
exactly what Cody does. The guy that I was helping, Hellwise, in Austin.
yeah, exactly the same thing. Yeah.
Exactly the same thing. And yeah, I did I think 7 coaching calls for them total. Bro, the reason why things don't work is because the team is not driving what works. What works.
Right.
They might be just doing their own thing. You never know.
Yeah.
So have you ever gone out with somebody that performs low?
Yes, probably not enough, but yes.
What do you
Probably
think is the main reason why they don't perform?
in my own personal opinion is they don't believe it works in what I think. So I try to show them that it works. It works in the sense of works for them to make money because they're here to make money.
Yeah,
So
everybody here.
I actually I show them proofs of, what we do is actually, very profitable. They can make really good money. But yeah, that's what it is.
So whenever you guys go out, do you carry the pitch with you?
I do. Yeah, I have it on my phone and everything. I
Print.
send it to every salesperson has it. Some of them follow the script whenever they knock on the door for the first 30 seconds, but then they start scrambling around.
Yeah, that is a problem.
Yeah.
I trained more than 200 people in my career because I did 4 years of corporate sales, door-to-door sales. No on the phone, door-to-door and business to business. The main problem when I was not able to build a team for 2 years and I was stuck being the highest performer in the office, but nobody will perform like me, and that servicing me for nothing rather than be a high-class employee, was because I was deviating from the pitch. I was saying my own thing. Nobody could do it like me. I was that guy. So I was like, this is not about me. This is about the team. And as big as they get, as big as the company will get. So then I built a pitch that was not hard. It was hard to confine to, but I understood my ability to become an entrepreneur depended on this. Because try this. Next time you send the highest performer with the lowest performer, or a new start with the highest performer, ask him, how was your day? To the newbie. It was yeah, this guy's awesome. He's fucked. You know why?
Yeah.
You know why? Most people take it as a compliment. I used to take it as a compliment. Oh, this guy's awesome. You know why they think? This guy is awesome. I will never be able to do that. This guy's magic. What do you want that newbie to say? Oh, this is simple. He said exactly what was in the pitch. I just need to memorize this. and I'll be as good as him. I'll be beating him in 2 months. Because you create belief that it works. You froze, I think.
Hey man, sorry.
Froze.
The
Yeah.
phone
But
got disconnected. Got
no, you're good, you're good. But then they say, oh, he's good. He's excellent. Then they're fucked.
Yeah.
Because they think I'm special, but
Yeah.
but what they think about themselves is what matters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's great. I will never be able to do that. I don't even know how this guy closes 5 accounts in one day. Then you have the other one. How's your day? Great. What did you learn? Oh yeah, this is simple. He said exactly what was in the pitch, what was stated in the pitch. Memorize it in 2 days. I'll be closing 5 accounts next week. What do you restore on them? Belief that it works. Because it was not a backflip, Zidane kind of,
Yeah.
it was a system that works. But not everybody works the system. That is the problem.
Yep.
And I can tell you because I suffered for 2 years, frustrated with everybody around me not being able to perform half of what I was doing. I still get the numbers on my team. Top producer and everybody wasn't red. I was the problem, they were not.
So building a system is what I've been trying to, we've only been open in business for a year and a half.
Yeah.
But you know, in this year, I've been building the business for the shop because it needs to have a process for us to get all the cars or the vehicles fixed and all of that. But I guess I've been lacking, or honestly not at all, built a system on sales just because I was relying on the fact that I know how to do sales myself. And also that I brought people that knew how to do sales, or this guy that knew how to do sales.
Yeah.
And then I just added people and told them like, hey, let's go knock some doors, go with this guy, and you can shadow him. But he's in that position that I committed the mistake on giving him the responsibility to train the other people because he doesn't have that system.
Yeah.
He's performing on his own and he's performing based off on what he wants. That's why he's a high performer, but he doesn't basically act as a team leader.
Yeah.
So whenever
So
and me myself also, I'm not putting the time to be that leader either.
there's I think there's like 5 levels to a salesman. Employee, top sales, leader, developer, all leaders,
Hmm.
trainer, CEO, founder. 7 levels. So in the first one, they're painful. You're just an employee. Then you're a sales leader. This is the toughest to get out of because everybody's praising you. Everybody's, oh, you're amazing. Oh, you're the top guy. So it really hinders you because typically you're young when this happens and you're stupid. So a lot of things took me 2 years to get out of here. And this is
Yeah.
going to be the toughest part. And then you go into sales leader, in which there's a difference between Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan learned leadership a little bit quicker than Kobe.
Mm.
He understood that it was about the team, not about him.
Correct.
That's what Team Grover says. And then you move on to a person that develops leaders, not that just trains the leaders, the salespeople, but is able to take them from sales to leaders. 2 different things. Because the salesperson, you might be able to take this guy to be a high performing salesperson. Okay, can you take this guy to be a high level leader that can create that can start training your salespeople as a leader?
Yep.
And then from there, he graduates to becoming a leader that creates leaders, and that is the entrepreneur. Like that's when you hit a gem. And most people, you gotta get clear with his goals. Because he might have goals. Like, let's say back when I was in that hole, my goal was to become an entrepreneur. I just didn't know how to get there. And nobody sat with me and like explained to me till I was like 2 years in. Because again, I was doing most of the sales, so nobody wanted to hurt my feelings. So I
Yeah.
was asking for feedback. I was like, "Hey, why am I not promoted?" They're like, "Well, you don't really know how to train people. Like nobody has gone out with you, and then pops 2 sales next day. They're all confused." So you gotta talk with them, sit down, and be like, "Hey, what do you want your life to be in 10 years?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I want to be in the beach. Everybody will say that. Everybody as a top performer will say, "I want to have a business booming, $2 million a year, effective cash flow." Okay. So how do you think we'll take one step forward every day for the next 10 years to get you there? Because if you want to be there, you clearly got to have people working for you. And there's an opportunity in this company in which if you get promoted, is he part owner with you?
No.
No? Okay. If you get promoted and you got 5 people in your team, I can give you a cut of them. As long as you're able to, but you got to be able to be responsible for them and also train them and develop them. Most companies will recruit. All companies interview people. A few recruit. Fewer train. Nobody develops. This is the missing piece.
Mm.
Developing. They give you a training binder,
That's it.
and then the monster company, especially in sales, every company has sales anyways, develops people and never stops. I left my company because I stopped growing. If not, I would have stayed there my whole life. So you got to have a development program in which you're having people come in and speak. You got to have like, I don't know, like you got to have, today we're doing this on Friday. Like you got to keep everyone going, like competition. Every month you got to have a month competition in which they're going to win something.
Yeah.
You got to, it's like a horse and a carrot. They're always chasing something.
Yeah.
They're always chasing something because it's not enough. It's not going to come out of them entirely. You got to push that a little bit and you got to drive behavior. But I will start with having a 1 hour conversation with your main guy because he's the guy. And if you can fix this guy to become a trainer, bro, it'll be 2 of you.
Yeah.
Way easier. It's easier to take 100% with 2 people than take 100% with one.
Yeah.
And 2 people that are capable are actually 4. Think about that.
Yeah.
Trace the map and then be like, well, if you want that, then I think we got to build a system that will give you the recruits to train and develop. And you can have 20 sales reps selling for you. And then I don't know, we can work out a cut 10% off of whatever they sell. You'll be making 6 figures on auto. But to get there, you got to sacrifice this one thing, which is selling out of your charisma.
Yeah.
We got to develop a system that works for everybody, not just for you. Because this is about the team. Only the team will give you the freedom that you and I want. If you want to become the number one, stay number one, stay there, but you're always going to run the play.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm having that combo. That's what you say. That's why I'm having that combo with you, just to set clear expectations. Because I don't want you to be with me 5 years later and say, I'm not where I want to be.
I had a conversation like that with him, and obviously didn't explain him the full scope like you're doing it. I asked him what you want, like where you want to be in the next 5 to 10 years. I think you could, help drive the company's sales team, even though we're not huge, but we can start with 1 or 2 people. But it's I tried to plant the seed on him. But I guess it's my responsibility for me to be on top of him now and keep I don't know if the word is developing him to become that sales leader, basically. So
You don't make him become anything. It's wrong to push people anywhere.
Yeah.
It's good to pull.
mhm.
Push is aggressive. who is passively, and they can see where they're going.
Yeah.
So your job is to set the right environment so that comes out of him naturally.
Mhm.
The best way to do it is you do it. Like you train. I do, you watch me, we do, we feed off of each other, then you do.
Yeah.
The first thing they're gonna say, oh, he doesn't even do it himself. Why is he putting that on me if he doesn't do it himself?
Right.
After 90 days of you implementing a behavior, they're gonna at least get 50% of it. And then when you really drive a point or say something, they're gonna listen because you have followed through.
Yeah.
And again, I don't know what you're currently doing, but there's ways of doing that. You know, you can show him, you can develop a system, hire a new person, have them have no contact with them. I'm gonna train this person one-on-one. I'm gonna show you this works. And then go out with him. All of a sudden he starts closing. All of a sudden he's closing 5 accounts a week. Nobody's doing that. So, and then you don't tell him, you say your system worked. Look at this. You hire another person. And then same thing. And then it's like showing receipts.
Sure.
And then you don't go with him in a confrontational way. You go, hey, I got this 2 recruits. You know they have been doing well. You think we should just roll out this program and try on the other people? It's based on results, not on I think this will work. High performers don't pay attention to what you say most of the time. I'm talking to you as going back to when I was that guy, the top performer, and I had a boss. They listen to what you do. My boss was sitting at home with his wife because I did 60% of his production by myself. So I didn't listen. But if he would have implemented a change and like showed it to me, and like, hey, I think we can do this, I would have paid attention. But he never did. He was lacking action. And I don't respect people who don't have action. I've always been that way.
Yeah.
I just cannot even listen. So I'm assuming he's that way too, because if he's like a leader type of guy, he's a D1 DI personality. Doesn't like to be told what to do, takes a lead all the time. Instead of running away from the rain, he runs to it. If he's that type of guy, that's the type of approach. Show me results, not talk.
Correct.
And it's better if you don't include him first because he's always going to change it.
What do you mean by that?
Like if you grab a recruit and you train him privately and he gives you results privately and then you roll it out, that recruiter would never have contact with your top salesperson.
Oh, okay.
100% of the people that come in contact with your top salesperson lack sales skills, right?
Correct.
Because they're learning from one person.
Correct.
So build a system, teach it to one person. You're a private recruit. Have him go out with you. Have him get really good. It takes 2 to 3 weeks to get a recruit really good. Do it again. 3 times. That is 3 months. And then everybody will know.
Perfect. Let's do let me do that. I'm gonna give myself those 3 months to get someone. Recruiting is something that I just started to work on.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been able to with everything that's going on. But recruiting someone, it's where I'm asking myself, where do I find a person that I can train, because I personally don't believe like putting something on ZipRecruiter or like Indeed to hire
Don't do it.
will cut it.
3 ways of recruiting: current employees, family members, trusted friends. Friends that you know. If that guy works at Tesla, but if I work with that guy, I'll rock and roll. He knows somebody. A high trusted person. Like a recruit that I will give you, let's say.
Yeah.
Somebody that, hey, I trust this guy. Because I'm putting my reputation on this guy. Your current employees, hey, who do you know that wants to make money?
Yeah.
5 people. You can get 5 people out of each people. Each person is close to 5 people. Those are all recruits. As long as they're not their dad and mom. Or sometimes they are good recruits.
Yeah,